Welcome. Today's video is actually a continuous of another video I did, and it is about computers. So I don't know if you guys ever watched the other video, and I have the link in the description. It was about building a decent home studio. And in that video, I had specifically talked about the computer part of the studio, which is the brain of your studio. And I just said briefly that use what you have, see if it's going to work. If it's not, then you could shop for a computer. So I'm assuming it didn't work for you. That's why you're here in this video. So let's see, where should we start from? So the computers of, I know there are a ton of options there and a ton of specifications, and for someone beginner just building their studio can be very overwhelming. Alright, so the obvious question is, should I get a Mac or Windows? Well, the short answer for that would be just, if you're a Mac user, get a Mac computer. If you're a Windows user, get a Windows computer. So that's pretty much it. But the truth is, yes, the Macs could run more smoother than Windows. But not every Windows can run smooth as well. It depends on the brand, which we're going to talk about it soon. So yeah, the Mac is in general works like the workflow of the Mac in general is much smoother and nicer than Windows. However, the Windows computers also kind of have come a long way because they also work fairly reliable. But of course, you need to choose the right brand and the right specifications for it, which we're going to cover it soon. But the Windows actually works great too. In fact, I already have my Mac laptop here I used to use for my recording before, but also when I had to upgrade this, it was the cold and I need to upgrade. I didn't want to put a ton of money on the Mac, and I ended up switching to Windows laptop because I already have that Windows laptop and it's a powerful machine and I've been using it for over a year now. It's working great. So, and that is Lenovo actually. So yes, so the Windows works great too. I mean, in the back in maybe when I was in Windows 7 and below, it was terrible. But now with this 10, 11, they're working much better actually. And I did feel really the difference when I used it comparing to years ago and now, you know. So the Windows laptops are not bad at all. Like, and I see a lot of production people that people are in the music production business. There are a lot of people that actually use Windows as well. So that's pretty much it for Mac or Windows. So obviously it's still up to you. Usually in general, the Mac is going to cost you slightly more than Windows. But of course, again, what are the specifications you're getting for the computer? It still is another factor for the cost. But generally speaking, usually the Macs cost you a little bit more money. So if you have the budget and you're already a Mac user, you feel comfortable, sure, go with Mac. If not, then staying in Windows laptops or desktops, it does not hurt at all and it works perfectly. So the next topic would be now, of course, the laptop or desktop option. And the quick answer for that is just, if you're not going to record anything mobile, meaning that going places to record stuff or doing your live streaming stuff in some other areas, you don't need any mobility in your studio, then no need to buy any laptops. Just I prefer the desktop, and I've always used laptops so far. And because I used to do stuff when I take the laptop, let's say in a coffee shop, you're doing like a mix down with the headphones, or you're going to record something live. So if you do that type of stuff, yes, you need a laptop. But other than that, you really don't need it. It's just your home studio. The name of it says it's in a home studio, means like it's going to be in the home always. So you don't need to move it anywhere else. So that's why the desktops are much better. And especially in the Windows desktops, there could also be much better in terms of upgrading, changing RAMs, adding RAMs, things like that. It could be much easy stuff to do on desktops comparing to laptops where everything is one piece. You can't change anything. Once you bought it, then years later, then you have to, and I mean, not even years later, like 3 4 years later, you have to maybe change the entire laptop. It depends, of course, how powerful it is. So yeah, in terms of laptop desktop, I would say if it's just you don't need to travel around with it, then just use the desktop. Definitely would be better. And the final topic would be the specifications of those laptops or the Macs. Of course, when it comes to that, I would say really like three fundamental specifications you need to worry about is the processor, RAM, and the hard drive. The rest of the stuff that they list you in the specification is just all like subjective to you. How do you like, and I don't think it's going to affect you in any ways in terms of performing of your laptop. So yeah, the fundamental things are like the i7, for example, minimum, hopefully, or even higher, whatever is that standard of that time. Like right now, the i7s are the popular ones, and then you go above that as well. So don't go below i7 at this time, at least. But years from now, that could change. It may like i10 or whatever. And of course, for the Macs, right now there are all like the M1 or M2 chips. So there are no other Intel options at all. I think they used to have it last year, but they removed it, I think. So yeah, the M1, M2, you're not gonna go wrong with it. Just you have to make sure in terms of like if you're doing a lot of VST plugins and stuff, just to make sure that all of the stuff that you already use, it will be still compatible with those M1 and M2 chips. So that's the one thing. And for the solid state drive, I would say like the minimum 512 at least would be good enough. And of course, you can always remove the projects and you have more space in an external hard drive. And if you really need to cut on budget for the computers, like I said, the one error that you could just do is your solid state drive. You could even go below like 256 option, but never cut down from the RAM actually, because that's really very important as well. The processor and the RAM are very important for your performance, of course. And at this time, at this age, I think the lowest should be like the 32 gig for the RAM. And of course, if you get even higher, the highest you can get better. You can never run out of RAM, at least that way. So yeah, I mean, for me, maybe I would just get a 64 if I would have you, but 32 should be fine. This is 32, by the way. And that's pretty much it for the computers. And I'm hoping that this video will help you to come up with some conclusion and decision to what to buy, which computer you should buy, Mac, Windows, and so on and so forth. And thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in another video.